Claude's new finance agents can analyze earnings, research companies, screen entire sectors, compare businesses, and build structured financial reports in minutes. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to install them, how they work, and how to use them for smarter, more efficient stock research. Before we continue, there is one important requirement. To use Claude the way I'm showing in this video, including Claude Cowork, Claude Code, plugins, and these more advanced multi-step workflows, you need a paid Claude plan. The free version is useful for normal conversations, but it does not include the full setup required for this tutorial. To use Cowork, you'll need to download the Claude Desktop app for Windows or Mac OS. Now let's add the marketplace that contains Claude's specialized finance agents. Inside Claude Cowork, click Customize, then click the plus button beside Personal Plugins and select Add Marketplace. In the URL field, enter the official financial services repository shown on screen. You can type it manually, but to make things easier, I've also placed the exact link in the video description for you to copy and paste. Select the repository from the drop-down, click Sync, and Claude will add the marketplace containing the financial plugins. For today's demonstration, we need 4 finance plugins. Financial Analysis handles financial statements, company comparisons, and valuation models. Earnings Reviewer examines quarterly results, guidance, catalysts, and risks. Equity Research supports deeper company analysis and investment research. Market Researcher studies sectors, compares competitors, and identifies companies worth investigating. Once all 4 appear under Personal Plugins, we're ready to begin. Now we need to install the 4 finance plugins required for this demonstration. Search for each plugin individually, then click the plus icon in the top right corner of its card. Once the plugin is installed, the plus icon will change, confirming that it has been added to your personal plugins. Start with Financial Analysis, then install Earnings Reviewer, Equity Research, and Market Researcher. Repeat the same process for all 4 plugins. When they appear in the Personal Plugin section on the left side, the installation is complete and they are ready to use inside Cowork. Now that the plugins are installed, let's combine 3 of them in one research workflow. Earnings Reviewer will examine NVIDIA's latest quarterly results and management guidance. Equity Research will add deeper company analysis, catalysts, risks, and changes to the investment thesis. Financial Analysis will organize the financial results, compare performance, and provide valuation context. Instead of selecting one command, I'll describe the complete task and ask Claude to combine the relevant installed capabilities automatically. Claude first creates a clear research plan and shows each stage in the Progress panel. It begins by collecting NVIDIA's latest earnings results, filings, and management commentary. Then it researches the company's competitive position, financial trends, valuation, and analyst expectations. The 3 installed finance capabilities are combined throughout the process. Earnings Reviewer handles the quarterly results, Equity Research develops the company and investment analysis, and Financial Analysis examines the numbers and valuation. Once the research is complete, Claude assembles everything into a professional report and verifies the important figures against its sources. After completing the research, Claude generated this full institutional-style report on NVIDIA. At the top, we get an executive summary with the latest earnings results, the main investment story, and the most important risks. Claude then organizes the financial data into clean tables, including revenue, earnings, margins, cash flow, segment performance, and management guidance. It also analyzes NVIDIA's competitive position, identifies the 3 biggest catalysts and risks, and creates separate bull and bear cases. Further down, we get valuation context, key metrics to monitor next quarter, and a complete list of sources and reporting dates. And at the end, Claude confirms how Earnings Reviewer, Equity Research, and Financial Analysis each contributed to the final report. For our second demonstration, I'm starting a new Cowork task so the research remains separate from the NVIDIA analysis. This time, we'll use Market Researcher on its own to analyze an entire sector and create a short list of companies for deeper investigation. Instead of analyzing one company, this plugin can examine an entire sector, compare competitors, and identify companies that deserve deeper investigation. I'll ask Claude to research the cybersecurity industry and create a short list of 5 established public companies. Market researcher begins by creating a structured plan for the entire sector. It first studies the size of the cybersecurity market, its growth rate, major trends, and industry risks. Claude then screens public cybersecurity companies and researches the fundamentals of the 5 strongest candidates. For each company, it checks financial performance, recurring revenue, cash flow, debt, competitive advantages, catalysts, and risks. Finally, it compares the companies, verifies which figures are reported or estimated, and assembles everything into one professional market research report. Claude has now turned the entire cybersecurity sector into a structured market research report. It begins with the size of the market, the main growth trends, and the biggest risks affecting the industry. Then market researcher identifies 5 established companies for deeper analysis: CrowdStrike, Palo Alto Networks, Fortinet, Zscaler, and Checkpoint. For each company, Claude explains why it passed the screen, its competitive advantage, strongest catalyst, largest risk, key financial metrics, and the next question an investor should investigate. It also compares all 5 companies in one table, making it much easier to evaluate growth, cash flow, recurring revenue, valuation, and business quality side by side. The result is not a list of automatic stock picks. It is a complete research framework that helps you decide which companies deserve a deeper analysis. Subscribe for more practical AI tutorials and tell me in the comments what you want me to test next.